Hello everyone and welcome to this PRKD Media coverage of the 2023 Okthrowberfest event at Mundaring, run by Mr. Patrick Wilson. Today I'm here doing your commentary. My name is Connor Donnelly and I'm joined by
Blake Houston. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me on board for this commentary. Should be a lot of fun.
Beautiful, mate. Glad to have you on and have someone from the card giving us a perfect insight into what was happening on the day. Well, let's get straight into the event.
Sweet.
Alrighty, today we are playing a slightly modified version of the Mundaring course, a composite layout with some white, some blue and some gold holes being combined for a total of a 20-hole layout rather than your traditional 18 at the discretion of the TD Patrick Wilson.
Starting it off with hole 1, it's none other than the professional gold hole to start your Mundaring campaign at the Okthrowberfest. It's a long downhill par 4, OB left, all the way down the fairway, into a tight tunnel past a grass tree to a protected green.
And don't forget to keep away from that OB sand scraped green. That one will catch a few people out if you go big off the tee.
Here we have Paul Noisy Noisen, sponsored by Disc Golf Warehouse. Good to see the colour-coordinated socks.
As always, one of the most stylish men out there on the course, from Boise, Idaho originally, I believe. Throwing a nice drive out there with one of his MVP discs, likely a wave or something of that sort.
Yeah, pushed a little bit left, but I think you have a look into the pin. Might be a little bit pinched with that last tree, but definitely an upshot there.
And Alex here ripping on, is that one of his Scorpiuses?
I think that's a Quantum Quasar.
Quantum Quasar.
It's pretty much a boss if you don't throw Millennium.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, Alex is on Team Innova for 2023 and I believe 2024. And he's thrown a lot of stuff from either Innova or Millennium discs. He's picked out a few interesting molds in there. I'm sure we'll get to see them throughout the course of this round.
Yeah. I stand corrected. The OB does cut off halfway down the left side of the fairway, so that allowed Alex to go big hyzer out to the left side to give him the forehand into the green.
Yeah, something we like to do on our smaller local events is keep that left side OB a little bit less dangerous to try to let some locals get some more birdie opportunities for those who may not have as much control in the late flight.
Yeah. Here we have TD, Paddy Wilson, also sponsored by Team Disc Golf Warehouse.
He's a member of the street team with me. Throws a nice drive out down the middle. Skipping off
lovely.
To that.
Great collection of drives.
Skips off to that left side, give him a nice angle in. Mr. Noisen here with his forehand upshot. Comes out a little wide, but will it get a skip back in towards the basket? Leaves him about 25 metres, something like that for the birdie 3.
Yeah, that approach was a little bit pinched off for Noisy there. Pat taking the backhand hyzer line, the traditional route down the tunnel. It's going to come up a little bit short left, but once again, he's going to leave himself a putt.
Fantastic. And here we have yourself throwing a nice little skippy forehand in, and the ground said no, this is not skipping today. It may be on a perfect hyzer skip angle, but it's going to sit down.
Yeah, look, I liked it out the hand. There's like some little creek sort thing that's up near the basket on the left, and it's hit that, and yeah, I've got a bit of work to do if I want the birdie.
Awesome. And we just had Alex throwing his upshot there. He'll have a reasonable putt left for his birdie. Noisy giving it a great bid from the floor.
I looked pretty good without that leaf.
Would have given it a damn good scare if he'd missed that greenery. Blake, ooh, off the front side cage. I can see your face watching that. How happy are we?
Oh, look, first part of the tournament, hit the basket, so that's a start, but here on upwards.
Beauty. Paddy having a similar result to Blake, just coming up short on that front edge cage. And Alex here for the birdie. And off top band.
Yeah, a bit uncharacteristic for Alex. I know it is the first hole of the tournament, but I like to call him one of the best putters in the country. I don't think anyone can say otherwise there, but yeah, him as well. He'll be looking to make a nice putt on the next hole to get his round going.
Yep. But we walk away from hole number 1. No one taking any damage, all even par. And stepping up here onto hole 2, we have one of the more gettable gold holes on the Mundaring course. It's a par 4, 203 metres. You're likely going to see a lot of mid-range and putter shots into that main bit of the fairway there, short of the creek, and then leaving forehands or backhand turnovers up towards the basket for the second shot.
Any idea what disc noise you would be throwing here?
Ooh, I'm going to have a look at the flight. I would imagine a fairway, maybe a Crave or a Cert. Oh, what's it? Resistor, potentially a Resistor, touch more stable version of a Crave.
This is Alex with his Star J. looking to flip one up, land in the middle here. He's got those Anthony Barella sunnies on, and the Anthony Barella reaction straight out the hand. Turn around, did not like it. He's going to find himself a little bit short left, bit pinched off. But once again, as it's a more forgivable gold hole on the course, he's going to have some sort of shot into the green.
Exactly, and he's playing over near that blue tee pad, so he should have some kind of option, though probably not what he would have wanted stepping up on the tee.
No.
And here we have Blake throwing that ESP or bear heart zone for this time.
That's the ESP zone. Grip locked it a little bit, but it's going to work out all right.
It's the advantage of throwing a zone. When you grip lock, it's still got the stability to come back, and he's in a very nice position to throw a second shot there.
Yeah, it's a little bit short, but I don't think it really matters how far you push on this hole. I'll probably have about 100 in, but as close as you can get off the tee is probably about 90 in anyway, so maybe 80 if you're lucky.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to play that far uphill on the back end, despite it being an upward slope on the second shot. And Paddy Wilson throwing his T-Bird 3, I believe, right into the middle of the fairway. He'll be very happy with that result.
Lovely.
Big forehand here from the man on my right. And that looks pretty good.
Yeah, first forehand of the round. Actually, no, that's not true. I threw one on hole 1 on the approach. First power forehand of the round, but not bad at all. Alex looks like he's opting for the roller there. Not bad, actually, considering it was a backhand roller through a tight gap. He's giving himself a putt.
It's edge of circle, maybe just outside. And here we have Mr. Neusen throwing that nice low forehand that he's a favourite fan of. And skips it up just outside the edge of circle, I would say, from that angle. And then we have Mr. Patrick Wilson throwing his forehand just past that white tree behind the basket. Should be leaving him 8 or 9 metres left for the birdie.
Yeah, definitely a look. Here's Alex from just outside circle. I believe on that approach he threw his D-line FD. He has it in his bag as a bit of a joke, but he seems to think it's practical. But he doesn't care. He's just going to go ahead and cash that birdie.
That looks practical to me. We got Noisy with a step putt. Ooh, just a little left side. Not quite catching chains.
Paddy low again.
He's putting himself in good positions to score here, but just not quite there with the putt. He'll be looking to pick that up over the next few holes. And there he is. There's the first birdie from Mr. Houston of the day.
He'll clean up for his par, and he'll strut that one in. Team Disc Golf Warehouse on the camera right now. Exactly. Represent.
We got 1 behind the camera and 2 in front of it. It's a good day for Sean. Love your work, mate. All right.
Hole 3. This is the white hole of hole 3. It's par 3. It's 66 metres, and we played this as an island green. There's not really anything in the way. It's just a straight shot or a hyzer if you want. But it's an island. You've probably got about 10 metres on the front side. 10 metres on the right. It's maybe 15 metres at the front. It's fairly forgivable, but just to get a bit of danger in your mind, make you second doubt yourself about your shot. Alex will play that nicely. He'll be, about 4 metres short?
Yep. I think for those who are particular fans of Year 7 maths will recognise this green as being a rhombus shape, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a trapezium if I've got my Year 8 maths mixed up. But it's definitely sort of gives you a few different edges, some long sides, some short sides, but nothing really shorter than circle 1. So these boys should all be looking to make this island nice and comfortably.
Yep.
We have Mr. Neusen throwing his Eclipse Pilot, I believe. And that'll check up nicely inside the circle there.
Yeah, you can see the backside OB. Looks like, there's quite a bit of room at the front, but you don't want to push too far past it. Noisy was a bit long left, but yeah, like you said, he's got a nice little putt. Pat's going to crest that hill. Oh no, similar spot to Noisy. You'll find a lot of the time, if you come up short left, that hill will help you get to the basket.
Except for you in this case, left you a little putt.
Yeah, that was lovely.
And we'll call that a little putt and nothing more.
Yeah.
We'll pretend that one wasn't there. Noisy cleans up his birdie rather nicely, as does Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, well, looks like I'll be shouting a beer frame, but it's a shame I can't. Not 18 yet, so guess the boys will have to shout themselves.
Yep. Unfair advantage of being an under 18 on the card. If you over on a beer, you legally cannot purchase them, those alcohols. So you know what, you'll get away with that for this time, but only for 1 more year, mate. You won't be too far away from having to pay for those beer frames.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got hole 4. We have the blue hole here. It's a 79 metre par 3. You got 2 tunnels, one up the left with a forehand that Alex has looked at there and dragged it a little bit late A little bit of a late release there, hitting those early trees on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I feel like the left side, if you get far enough up, it's quite forgivable to either have a putt or an approach. Whereas I feel like, but if you're early left, it's just not great. Alex, I think he's maybe about halfway up there.
Yeah, he'll be far up enough. He should be able to get up and down for his par, but I don't think he'll be quite able to get a jump putt off. Although he does get those quite far. And Paddy going along to the basket, and he'll have a bit of a putt back towards the pin. And Blake catching the last set of trees there on that backhand line.
Yep.
Still give him a look to putt. That got in sneaky.
Alex with the Toro. What a gap. I never realised. I remember that shot. Never realised what sort of gap he actually had for that. But hit the little gap, or gave it a chance, and now he's parked.
Yeah, he's done well from there. And then you've got yourself up and into the circle through the trees.
Oh, Alex.
Wow, that's... Look, not a perfect putt, but one that you wouldn't expect to come out every single time. It's a little bit high, it's a little bit left, but normally those ones will tend to find their way through the chains and stick in. Alex tapping in his bogey.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't call Alex to have putting struggles right now. It's still early on in the round. He's still trying to find his putt. I guess, we can just put it down to that. It's not like he's consistently shanking his putts. It's hard to tell at this stage.
Exactly, and this basket does cause a few headaches. It's a little bit more raised than your traditional basket. It's about 3 or 4 inches high due to the fantastic rocks that we have underneath our fairways at Mundaring.
Yep, very slidey greens. Hole 5, 79-metre par 3. There's a few options here. There's a big bailout hyzer. I'm not sure if anyone on this card's going to take it. If you want the birdie, you're looking at trying to lace this straight gap. Noisy, maybe a hex?
Either a mid-range or a slow fairway driver.
Yeah, okay.
Potentially a crave would not surprise me.
Wow, okay. He's done that really well.
Yeah, he's in circle 1.
Yeah.
Not an easy hole, this one. Although it's one of our blue holes, it's definitely regarded as one of the more difficult ones on the course. It's a tight gap. You've either got to have something flipping late up the left tunnel or something turned over a little bit down this slightly right-hand tunnel and coming back. Or if you're Blake, you can throw a forehand, lace the gap, and sneak yourself up well inside circle.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that. I've recently changed to the forehand play on that hole. I've been going the tactical yank backhand down the sort of right side of the fairway. But yeah, changed up to the forehand. So then I'm looking at the gap the whole way, and I have more confidence trying to hit the gap, and I did just that. Alex hit the one tree right in the middle, peeled it too well.
That's the problem. You throw a nice straight shot and you hit the tree that's in between the two gaps, and Paddy not quite getting the release point right on that upshot there. He'll be looking to try to get back up and down for his bogey now.
That was a full ulti style forehand there for Alex.
Yep.
A little bit of a step out, got that chilly sidearm going.
Yeah, you would think he played ultimate with some of the shots he pulls out of the bag and manages to make that nice putt there for his par.
Yeah, great save.
He'll be happy with that, especially after the bogey on the last hole.
Yeah.
And a lovely putt from you there. Would have been 7 or 8 metres if not a touch longer. Just find the centre of the chains on the notoriously tough to birdie hole 5.
Oh, definitely a bonus birdie. It can easily turn into a 4 quite quickly. But yeah, if you're able to lace the gap, you're definitely giving yourself a look for that too. Just like Noisy did right there. He'll take the 2 as well. Move to 3 down.
Yeah, he's having a really strong start to this event. Patrick will tap in his his bogey for that one. And right here we have a temporary hole that was installed just for this tournament. Right there you can see Blake standing in the position of the basket as it wasn't set up on the day.
Yep.
We appreciate you for going out and doing those fly-throughs once again. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
We're going to see a lot of hyzers throwing the traditional shot that you would see off the 6 gold tee. The basket is around the landing zone where you would normally expect a good drive to land. And Noisy will sneak that one up into circle and sort of rolls back towards the edge there.
Yeah, he'll give himself a good look for another birdie.
And here we have Blake stepping up with... Oh, that's an Anthony Barella Venom, I believe.
Yeah, Z Venom.
Yep,
from the Discraft store.
Fantastic. You've got a little bit of repertoire with this disc on this hole so far, yeah?
Yeah, I won't spoil it for anyone, but if you haven't seen the shot, make sure to check out the PRKD Media YouTube channel.
Yeah. Check out the practice round, or you can check out the short that's sitting up there now that was posted last night. And Alex throwing a nice wide hyzer with his Halo Star Destroyer. Skips right next to the base.
Yeah, big skip.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's on the green. That Halo Destroyer he threw. Well, no, you'll find the ground here, especially in the summer. Discs will not sit just like you think they will. They'll just pick up speed and they'll keep flaring until they find something which will finally slow them down. And unfortunately, that was the sand green for Alex.
Yep, very different course. Mundaring is from the winter to the summer. And wow, as I'm talking about the course, Blake just knocks down a 14, 15 metre putt. Says thank you very much to that basket. And it is slightly elevated as well. He'll be a happy boy running that one back in there.
Yep. Got a good average on this hole up to this point.
Yeah, I've seen worse averages on disc golf holes. Alex, unfortunately, not quite able to make his par putt. But Noisy will be able to sneak his birdie putt just over the lip, cashing into the chains and taking himself to 4 under through the first 6 holes.
Yeah, that's a great start. Another 12 to play. There's plenty more birdies out there. He's definitely on track for a decent round at this point.
Yep.
Putting himself in a good position.
Yep, Noisy, one of the older players in the WA scene as far as the MPO field is concerned, and he's definitely still getting the job done. Plays a couple of events in MP40 throughout the year, but will generally stay in the MPO and give us a real good run for our running most of the time.
Yep.
Here we got a nice long par 3. Normally plays as a par 4 on our short white course. It's a nice long backhand turnover or a big forehand if you've got the power. I think we're going to see maybe 2 of each of those shots here, maybe 3 forehands.
Yep.
Blake will go with that big forehand that he's worked on over the last 12 months. No longer a 90-metre forehand guy. He gets that nice 110 metres, give himself a long look for the birdie.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that one. That was a Quantum Quasar. Me and Alex both went and picked them up, and it's been in the bag since, and we've both been loving it. Works quite well for forehands.
Yep. Paddy throwing that turnover shot, coming up a little bit short on the right-hand trees into the gap. I'm sure he'll have a nice easy up and down to get his par from there, maybe struggling to get the birdie look.
Here we have AB with the Champion Leopard 3.
Oh, no, sorry, mate, that's AK. It's the 47.
AK-47.
Yep. He is just about as famous, definitely amongst the Aussie scene.
Caught me off guard. I thought he was AB. I saw the sunnies, and hey, I'd love to be playing on a card with AB right now.
Oh. Aside from the fact that he'd be stealing all of your pro purse.
Yeah.
All right. And we got Blake stepping up here, putting for the birdie. Dead centre.
Yeah, didn't like it though at the hand. Bit of a often D'Alessandro follow through there. Just held the arm up. Been practicing those form impressions too much, and but just scraped it over the rim, right in the middle. But yeah, I'll take another birdie. Thank you.
Great hole to pick up the birdie on. There'll be quite a few guys in this field that may either not be able to reach this hole or find it quite the technical shot as far as getting the backhand there. And we'll see another par clean-up as we go 1 under on the card as the group. Stepping up onto hole 8, traditional blue hole 7, one of my favourite holes on the course. It's a 118-metre par 4. Looking to get down this tunnel, throw something to get a little bit of turn as it hits the gap, and it will generally push its whole way down towards the pin. Blake throwing his...
I think that was my ASB Venom. Trying to flip one up a little bit.
It doesn't quite get the turn on it. Pulls up a little bit short, but that'll be fine from there. Should be able to get up and down from birdie if you're anywhere down that tunnel. We'll have Noisy stepping up here with... I want to say that's his wave.
We'll see.
Maybe a photon.
How does the wave fly? Isn't it like a little bit flippy? -2 turn, 2 fade?
Yeah,
that might be a wave,
It's got a bit of turn to it. A wave or something similar.
Oh, it's had that late stability though. It's on the left side of the fairway.
Yeah, okay, maybe there's some MVP plastic hiding in that bag that we aren't quite aware of.
If you don't know, Noisy is at the moment, is he fully
MVP?
MVP Axiom Streamline?
Yep. I think everything in his bag is out of the factory in Wisconsin there, so...
Gyro guy.
Yep. He likes his gyro plastic, and it does well for him, as it's shown with his 4 under through the first 7.
Yeah. Knows his discs.
We've got Alex stepping up here with that Quasar once again.
I think it's the Quasar.
Yep.
Looks left. Did it get the turn?
Wow,
yeah.
Yep.
unless it kicked right, but that's up there. This hole is pretty forgiving, as it's pretty much only 120 metre par 4. You're just looking... you can definitely attack the eagle, but you're just looking to get a first shot down into the tunnel to leave yourself some sort of approach, like Alex has here. He's got a jump putt. Didn't like it.
Should still be within birdie range if he's able to get a nice putt at it. Not the best angle control from Alex on that up, and Blake gets it into... You get it into circle 1 there.
Yeah.
He had to clean up. And Noisy getting a little high, fading out towards the edge of circle. We'll have a couple of testers.
Yeah, everyone's got a look, though. Noisy's... His game's just looking really good at the moment. Cashing putts. He's driving the disc really well, giving himself a lot of opportunities.
He's taking most of those at the moment. 5 down through the first 8 holes. And another person taking advantage of his birdie opportunities at 5 under is yourself, sitting there at 5 under par.
Paddy with the birdie, gonna get him back to 1 under par after that unfortunate bogey back on hole 5.
And Alex looking to do the same after his bogeys on 4 and 6.
Little star frame for the boys there, leading into hole 8, but hole 9 on the course. It's the gold version. There's going to be OB on the left side of the fairway, hugging the trees. You're looking to throw a forehand or a turnover backhand to get back into the trees on the right side of the fairway. This is a Venom here. Give it some width. Liked it out the hand.
Good amount of height as well. That'll swing and land at about 6 metres away from the basket.
Yep.
It's a nice drive. Exactly where you want to be placing it, there or closer. I wouldn't call it one of the gimmies on the course.
Definitely not a gimme, but it's definitely a birdie you want to pick up if you're looking to have a hot round.
Absolutely. And Noisy throttles a little bit wobbly and comes back into that set of trees just short of the pin. Paddy going nice and wide.
That was smooth.
It's a great looking forehand.
Oh.
Now that is not what you want to see. That was a great shot, tracking towards the basket, and the tree just said no.
Yeah, look, there's not much you can do about that. He threw it perfect. We all knew that he threw it perfect, just a bit unfortunate, but he's still going to have a putt, just not quite as close as what he should have been there. Alex going to throw it about a metre shorter than Paddy, and yeah, there you go. That's going to end up edge of the bullseye, maybe about 5 metres.
Yep, Alex will be very happy with that. Noisy,
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Long bid.
From 15 metres, I would assume, if not more, just off the band. And Paddy, he's not having the best amount of luck so far in this first round. Potentially a bit of TD curse going on there.
It's got to happen. TD curse. Yeah, you put your hand up, run a tournament. It's just sort of the way things go.
Yeah, a lot harder to play while you're focused on other activities and fear of your phone getting blown up from messages about misplayed holes and out of bounds questions. So it's hopefully we can see him get onto track and get to where his scores definitely could be on this course. He does shoot quite well around here.
Yeah, Alex with 2 birdies in a row.
Starting to get
Back
his
to 2
round
under par.
back to where he would like. And Noisy cleans up his par. Beautiful. And we move on to the last hole of our front section of this round. It's hole 10, traditional blue hole 9. It's a 99 metres, slightly downhill par 3. OB sand scrape on the right. Danger inside those trees on the left-hand side. So you want to throw something wide and over the golf green, stalling back towards the pin. This one coming out of stalling a little bit early, leaving yourself just outside circles. Putt down the hill.
Yeah, a bit more than what I really want to leave myself with. But, oh well, can't get them all. I've had 5 in a row. I think it's probably time for me to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, just be nice to your card mates and give them a chance to keep up. Don't want to kill all hope before the first round's done.
Alex, similar line, just faster disc. It's going to come up a bit left.
But definitely still in putting range for him, as basically anything is. You're referring to Mr. Canaston?
If he's within 30 metres, you can almost count it.
Exactly.
When he's on.
Yeah, we don't talk about those other days, mate.
Yeah. Beautiful drive from Noisy. Giving it the width that me and Alex failed to do, and he's going to leave himself with about 4 metres there, looking hopefully at another birdie.
Yep. Noisy's definitely dialed this course, and Paddy throwing a much more technical shot than the rest of the group, throwing an Anheuser stabling stall-out shot.
Yep, a lot slower. It's coming to that green with almost no pace, and it's just sat right down right next to the basket. He'll be rewarded with his birdie. Alex giving it a bid, didn't look too bad, but that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Two of you guys will step up here to clean up your pars. Not a hole that you want to be taking a par on. You definitely think of it as a birdie, but as you say, 5 birdies on the bounce for yourself leading up, and Alex with a couple as well. It's definitely a separator if the shot's not perfect.
Yeah. Birdie for Noisen, 6 under as well. After front 10. I'll be surprised if any scores from Chase Card are matching that.
Yep, and then a pair of 2 unders right there for Alex and Patrick. Coming to the end of this front 10, we had Paul and Blake sitting in a tie for first at 6 under. We have Alex and Pat Wilson tied at 2 under. And on the other card with MPOs, we have Robert Lim, who is currently 4 under through the front 10. So he will be right in between Alex and Pat and Blake and Noisy.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us for the front 10 of the Okthrowberfest. Make sure to join us on the back 10 holes and join us for round 2 after that as well. Cheers.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. See you later.